Hey there, welcome to the video, and in this video I'll show you how you can fetch data from any API from React. So if you like this video, do subscribe and share it in your socials. That will mean a lot to me, and let's just dive into the video. Okay, so what we will be fetching in this video is this API. This from this URL is the Coindesk API, which shows the Bitcoin's pricing, right? So our goal is to, from our React app, we should get this data, right? So how to do that? Let's see. Okay, so this is our local host on which we are running our app now, and yeah, as you can see, and it shows nothing because we have nothing, right? So let's just write the code. Okay, how to get it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, so we are going to do it the classic way. We are not going to use the hooks. So we will just be, maybe if you want me to use hooks, just drop it in the comment section below. I will make another video on it. So in this video we'll be using just class, right? So I'll just change it to a class component. So this is how we change it to a class component. Just remove the function and add these things: extends react dot component, right? Now you'll see you'll see an error because when you use class we need the render component, and there you go, we have the render component. Now we'll just get this thing into there, and here we have you'll see we compiled successfully, and yeah, still nothing there because obviously we have nothing. Okay, so what you're gonna do is now here outside our rendering we will fetch the API. So how to do it? First we'll use a constructor. You can just use state like this. This is also pretty easy, but we'll just do how, you know, we'll do the clean way, right? By all the rules. So constructor props. So in the constructor this is just basic syntax. You can just go to the React site and you will see this syntax. So yeah, so now here is the main part. We have to now declare the state. Okay, so what our state consists of is data, right? So let's just say current price. Okay, current price, and obviously it is null in our, like, when we start it should be null. So okay, or 0 you can say also, sorry, not semicolon, yeah, comma, or even nothing because we have one value, right? So our state is null. And now here I will just show the current price by using a h1 tag, so that, you know, it is visible clearly. So is within our JSX wrapper. So within it I will just call this dot state dot our current price, right? So we do this now. State is not defined. Why state not defined? Okay, so you have to do this dot state. Okay, fine, now it's fine. Okay, yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so let's just do it 0 for, you know, just for the video. Okay, so you can see the current price is 0, right? Current price is 0. Okay, now we will fetch it. So okay, so how to fetch it? So I will do it the complete classical way. I will not use some library or things like that, like Axios, which is also really good, but we'll just you know, do it from scratch, right? So what we're going to do is we will use something called component did mount. Okay, so this is this thing renders. This thing is called when the site is loaded, or, you know, the rendering is done, right? So this is the right way to call an API. Obviously, as we know, when we call an API, it depends. It's an async function, right? So it may take some time, or, you know, just it's variable. So we will obviously use async and await. So this is a function and it is an async function. So I will use async in here, and if you go into it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use a res variable. Then we'll call it response because, you know, it's a response. So we will fetch the URL that you will be getting the data from in here, and so let me just get the URL real quick, and yeah, there it is. This is the URL of our API. I will be also giving it in the description below if you want to, you know, play with it, right? So yeah, right, so there you go. And yeah, now we have the fetching is done. Now we will get the data by using rest.json, because it's a JSON format. We need it in a JSON format, right? And yeah, obviously it will be a await function, and obviously this will also be a await thing, because we are waiting for the data to come, right? Okay, now we have the data, right? So let's just check whether we have the data or not. So if I just real quick open my open the inspect tools here, so that you can see that the data is coming in. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay, just look at the console here, and let me just print here console.log the data. Okay, so now we should get a JSON thing, right? So if I just run it real quick, there you go, we have the data here. Okay, so I mean, we are doing good, right? We have the data. You can see here's exactly what we have in here, right? So the JSON thing, we have received the JSON file, right? So we can just manipulate these things. Now our goal is to bring this USD, US dollars, the Bitcoin's rate in US dollar into our app, right? So how to do that, right? So now let's just close it. I'll make it bigger, and let's just make things big, because you can see. And yeah, let's just bring this thing. So now if you see, this is where our current price is being printed, right? So it is getting it from the state, and the state value, default value is 0, right? So now what you need to do is just update the state price. So how to do that? This is what you have to do. You have to do this dot set state, because obviously we are setting the new state, right, of the object, and we have the object in here, current price, right? Current price is equal to what? The data. So you have to follow how the API is. So you have to just see how the API goes. So this is the data we are getting. Now we have to go into the BPI section, then you have to go to the USD, and then you have to go to the rate to get this thing, right? So now if I just go in there, right, like that way, that is data dot BPI dot USD dot what is that, rate, right? So yeah, now that I do that, now if I just save it, now you will see that this should be updated. There you go, you have the data now. So now you are fetching things from it, right? Now to just make it look cool. Okay, now what you can do is we can do in complex, when we make complex UIs, when you just turn into a beautiful web app, what you can do is you can just add another thing here called loading. Our goal is to just make it load. Okay, make it load, let it show to the user that it's loading before we actually await, async await, and just fetch the data, right? So how to do that? So first our loading should be true, because obviously we must be loading when there is no data, right? So our default value of loading is true. Now okay, when this thing happens, now when we have the current price, we will also set our this dot set state dot what we'll do is that we will also update our loading to false. Now why we did false and true here, you must be wondering. So this is why we did. So I will just convert real quick this statement into a if else statement. How to do that? So first what I'll do is I'll just quick open a curly bracket and put curly bracket and implement this this JavaScript logic, right? So what is our logic? Our logic is that when the loading is true, we have to show something which tells loading. So let's just do that. So if you just know this our ternary operators, so this is how it works. So we'll say loading if this dot state dot loading is equal to true is equal, you can also say equal to true, or you can just leave it like that, because this is a boolean value. So if you just leave it like that, that means that if it is true. Okay, if it is true, what you will do is that question mark, if it is true, this is what will happen. We will just use an h1 tag. Okay, h1 tag to print loading. Okay, loading, loading, some dots right there to make it wonderful. Obviously it's not wonderful still, and if it's not true, if it's false, what you'll do is that we'll just we'll just use this thing right here, our price, right? So if I just close this thing off, you just close the thing up, and if I just quick run it, okay, what you're going to do is that this is what you do. Okay, so now if I just reload it, okay, see, there will be loading will, so that showed us loading, right? That means it was asyncing and awaiting for the price to be achieved, or the price to be received. So when it just received the price, it just removed loading and showed us the price. That's how simple it is. So this is what we did. Okay, we just implemented the state. Okay, and to make it make it not complex, this is what you can do. You can just remove this constructor thing, and also just use it like this. Okay, just with braces, it also works like that. Okay, so yeah, you can just also do that, and that's how you fetch the data from API using React. So if you like this video, do subscribe to Future Driven, and I'll be just sharing what I learned, and that's it for the video, and have a great day.